in my head, I'm thinking of the beach, so I hope you guys are doing the same thing as well. All right, without further ado, I'd like to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. So, if everyone can rise. And face the flag.
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. Now we're going to move this program along because I know you guys are all hungry and we have some delicious breakfast. Yes, and I know you need your coffee. So all of our honorees are here. We'd like to say good morning to you and welcome. And I'd like to say welcome to our county executive who's here with us today. Let's give a round of applause. And I'd like to introduce our partners who helped us put this program together today, and that's Caribbean Business Connections, Hannah Russell and Sandra McCarty. Just a little bit about them before I bring them up. In 2012, they created Caribbean Business Connections, which now serves as an important platform for business owners and professionals to connect and grow their business. So without further ado, I'd like to bring up Hannah and Sandra Russell. Let's give another round of applause. So, good morning.
Good morning.
We'd just like to again thank the county executive for being so supportive of Caribbean Business Connections and the Caribbean community. Can you give me a round of applause? And Ray Thomas, also very critical in helping us in what we do in our movement to bring the awareness of who we are and what we do, creating business connections. Caribbean Business Connections, as he said, is a membership organization that was created for the purpose of creating new partnerships. And I tend to want to talk more about that, but for the sake of time, I will limit what I say today. This business network serves as a resource for the Caribbean business community in New York. And we hope that you come out and support our monthly events. I want to forward you to my partner, Sandra McCarty.
Okay, so we all know that networking is very vital to business development and growth. And each month we host a networking event. It's free to attend, and we have them usually in Caribbean locations as well as banks like TD Bank. We're pleased to be able to work with the Nassau County Executive, and we're honored especially to be a part of this because we're helping to honor outstanding business leaders and community leaders. So thank you, Ray, for this opportunity, and we pass it back over to you.
You can clap at me. Okay, great. Nyla, you can give them breakfast. The person that I'd like to bring up is a very, very dear person to me. Over 5 years ago when we met, and I was not involved in government, involved in politics, and I just met this individual, and he's a warm, caring person, a community-based person, and thankfully, he's our leader. He's the top individual of Nassau County. And one thing about this county, it's very diverse, as you can see in this room, also in this county, very diverse. A lot of different communities coming together. And this man, if there was an 8th day, he would work that day. Incredible the amount of hours he puts in to help the 1.4 million people that live, work, and play in Nassau County. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'd love to introduce our Nassau County Executive, Edward P. Mangano.
Thank you, Ray, for a very kind introduction. Ray asked me to also kind of read and recite the State of the County speech. That speech is about 47 minutes long. So I'll hit on some points as we go through the program and do what we we really are here to accomplish, and that is to honor some extraordinary leaders that made a difference here in the county of Nassau, and that's why we paused to do so. Let me begin by thanking all of our partners that made today possible. The Caribbean Business Connection, certainly heard from that important organization. I just want to say this, when I was in the business, private sector, networking was an important part of growing my business and what I was trying to accomplish. So I encourage you all to network as much as possible. It's one of the best things that you can do to grow your business. And certainly that benefits us here in Nassau County, because the more jobs that you create, the more opportunities our youngsters have when they get out of college, and the lower unemployment rate that we achieve here in the county. And we have the entire state of New York, and that's the good news. We have the lowest unemployment rate in the state of New York. Only Mount Kisco, which is much smaller, has a tiny bit lower than us. To give you a gauge, Suffolk County is number 6, and we're number 2. We like to think our economic policies and the fact that we are gathering here today to promote business and commerce and recognize those that have made a difference is one of the edges that we have here in the county, along with our aggressive economic development team. But we want to certainly thank all of the partners that made today's possible. The Caribbean Business Connections, Dunn's River Lounge, Betsy's Baskets, Freeport Medical Supply, Expert Care Pharmacy, and Foxwood Public Justice. I always like to highlight all those that pause to make these events possible. We hold hundreds and hundreds of events, I would say, from all different aspects that make up this great county. And we're able to do that and do that respectfully because we have these great sponsors. So we thank all the businesses that pause to give back, and certainly want to patronize them as much as possible and recognize their contributions to our great county in this wonderful event tonight. So just state of the county in a few sentences. Things are looking better. We believe things are looking better. As I said, we have a lower unemployment rate. We've been very successful, probably more successful than any county, in attracting jobs back to this county from beyond our borders. Our economic development team, I tasked them 4 years ago, and I meet with them regularly to try to get businesses to understand what a great county this is and why they should do business here. And we are actually seeing some wonderful results, from Haines Celestial, $16 million investment in 500 employees, to Our Best Produce relocating their corporate headquarters and their warehousing from the Bronx to Nassau County. Supreme Screw, a manufacturer of surgical screws, now coming to Nassau County, along with another 6 or 7 businesses. Now, that is important because for the prior 10 years, all we really witnessed here were businesses leaving Nassau County, leaving the county. And that's why we still focus very importantly on retaining the businesses that call Nassau County home. It's important that we provide that growth and that mindset. And that's working out very nicely for us. We believe that high taxes, high property taxes kills jobs. And that was a big important part of our economic policy, and one that businesses gravitate towards. The fact that we are not raising taxes allows them to project no tax increases on a county level for some period of time, which is important for their economic model. And certainly our residents struggling to stay in their homes. We took that hard stance and we've been very successful in that area. So how do we continue to deliver services while not taking more dollars from our residents? Several ways. One, we looked at the services that we deliver. We looked at efficiencies, and we're able to continue delivering these services with 20% less employees. And that inures to the benefit not only this generation, but especially future generations when that benefits bill comes due to the county. So for instance, this generation is paying for a workforce that is about 13,000 strong. So we get very significant bills to pay for health care and pensions for a time when the government was very, very large. Now today, we write 20% less paychecks, about 1,776 less paychecks a week. which is good news for all of you that are taxpayers. At the same time, future generations will get a much smaller bill for the contribution to pension and health care, while neighboring counties will continue to get a large bill. To give you, again, I guess, if you look at us in Suffolk, they probably have around 9,000 employees. We have about 7,400 of them. That's part of what we're doing. We've become more efficient. We've consolidated some departments. Our workforce definitely works harder and are doing a great job by all accounts. And I do praise them for the work that they're doing, because they are doing a great job. And we've kind of reinvented government in that realm. And then we also launched the public-private partnership. We're able to leverage public assets with the private sector to create an improvement and efficiency. One of the first ones that I launched was the Nice Bus, where we saved about $30 million a year. The largest one that we launched is the Coliseum, the Nassau County Veterans Memorial Coliseum. Will require $229 million private investment. Now to create a new iconic Coliseum, as well as an entertainment district. We'll continue to create jobs, provide quality of life entertainment there with no cost to the taxpayer. And just to give you a comparison, the present Coliseum, while built with taxpayer dollars, had required us to pay the electric bill, the utilities you've been paying for all those years, about $2 million last year. You buy the scoreboards when they break, it's about $1 million with installation. You pay the parking lot. You will no longer, meaning the taxpayer, we will no longer pay any of those bills under the new arrangement. We will simply collect a portion of the revenue, a guaranteed revenue stream for the county, for this generation and future generations, as opposed to a guaranteed expense stream. That's really what the Coliseum amounted for, functionally, for the county in terms of cost. And certainly, it has greater benefits in job creation and sales tax generation and tourism generation. We'll continue to have that in our great county. We utilize the public-private partnership in our jail, where we created inmate health care facility in the jail. Saves about $7 million in transportation costs a year, and that's working out well. And in our park system, we entered into a public-private partnership with the Cosmos. They have their official practice field that they paid for in Mitchell Field, and that's there. And those of you that are soccer fans can go down and watch them practice. And also, we have twin indoor ice skating rinks under construction, about probably open in the next 30 or 40 days, right by the Aquatic Center in Eisenhower Park. And that will help us increase tourism. It's going to be a great venue for youth athletics and sports right in Eisenhower Park. So the public-private partnership, we worked on that. Of course, functionally, we're responsible for public safety. I'm happy to report, since I took office, crime is down 10%. This quarter, we're experiencing a great deal of crime, down around 14%. So our intelligence-led policing and our investment in those assets have resulted in a safer Nassau County. We enjoy being known as the safest large suburban county in the nation, and we continue along that. So we have a safe county. We have one that is providing more job opportunities. We're low unemployment, and those are the accomplishments that and our goals, and we feel that we've made significant accomplishments towards those goals. So that's going to be the state of the county in a nutshell. If anyone has any questions, they could see me after. But what we're really here today, and let me just say that I want to congratulate each and every leader that's been recognized here today for your contributions to our great county. They really are what makes the county different than other counties across the country, because we have people here that really do care. And when you care, one person in the community can make a difference. Because if you care, you put yourself out there, others will follow, others will want to do it, and you'll see the change that we all want, which is a wonderful community to live, work, and raise a family. We want to have everybody here in our county have the ability to achieve the American dream, and that's why our Office of Economic Development will help you on any aspect of your business, whether it's within our jurisdiction or not. You can come here, and we will try to help you grow. We've also realized and worked hard to make additional housing opportunities here in our county. People talk about transit-oriented housing for